The moment you press these people to be specific, their entire worldview just collapses.
Our country still has not taken responsibility or accountability.
For what?
For the history of the systemic racism that's in this country.
What should we do more?
For one thing, critical race theory, I think, is essential to be teaching.
It depends on what you mean by that.
Let's see if we even understand what critical race theory is.
Teaching how the race trade and racism is systemic in everything we've done, in government, in social activities.
Yes, it has been.
I mean, it's embedded.
First of all, what do you mean by we? Do you mean people who implemented systemic racism back then? Or just all white people? What do you mean exactly? And can you even give a single example of systemic racism that exists today?
If you mean more what the 1619 book says, which is that it's just the essence of America and that we are irredeemable, that's just wrong.
They don't understand it, but they are innately that way.
Innately?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
It's a perfect demonstration that woke is a religion, not just philosophy or things that you believe in.
They don't understand it, but they are innately that way.
Innately?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
And they can't even give a single demonstration that how it exists. It just exists. It's an innate thing within us that we don't even understand, but it somehow exists.
No.
What have you been reading?
Oh, babe. Come on.
Is that white fragility or some bullshit like that?
That's not white fragility.
Well, that's the book.
Even teaching our past and being honest and owning up to who we are as a country and the history of it.
Most schools are doing that. I mean, I'm sure there are ones in Texas that are not.
Look, in Florida, they want to do away with critical race theory.
Of course, they should not be teaching critical race theory. We should be teaching our kids that they can do anything they want. They are not oppressed. They are not inherently fragile. This victimhood complex, we have to get rid of that.
Because sometimes it veers off into things that are really not appropriate in schools.
So how do you govern that?
If you're telling 5-year-olds that you're either an oppressor or someone who was oppressed, you're introducing ideas about race that are inappropriate for kids that age who can't understand it.
Okay, so common sense would govern
Common sense
that.
is what's lacking in this country. I mean, the same thing with gender stuff. Can they just be kids for a minute?
Right.
Okay.
And that's absolutely. And we have to find that time, that level of maturity when a child can understand that at certain times in this country's history, there was a grave mistreatment of other human beings.
But that's history. That's not CRT.
I think we get that.
Well, no, we don't get it. What do you mean you get it?
Really? You think that is not something that is now widely understood and agreed?
Yeah, it's definitely not widely understood.
That America has a sorry racist past?
It's talked about and whispered, but they don't know it.
Whispered?
Yes.
So far, he didn't even give a single example how systemic racism exists today. He didn't even tell us what CRT really is and why we should teaching CRT to literal kids.
The year we're living in is not
drive me to drink.
It's not what you're describing.
He literally did all that to avoid because he was getting cornered by Bill Maher.
No, I'm good.
You good?
It's tasty though.
Because it's smoked and not steamed. Yeah. Anyway, what were we arguing about?
Now he's pretending what we are talking about. CRT, obviously.
Right.
I think a problem with a lot of the left. They seem to be obsessed on the past. The past is important. It's not the only thing.
They teach it like the Holocaust.
Again,
I
think most places do teach it. There are places, the people who are doing the teaching are of a generation that is not mostly interested in suppressing the past or being racist. I mean,
I disagree with that.
You're disagreeing that they are not teaching history?
Well, then you don't watch a lot of the videos that they themselves post.
They themselves.
Teachers and educators, they're hyper aware of race. If anything, it is injected too much into everything. But you sound like you're more in the Hollywood woke camp.
Yup, say it to his face.
It seems like they feel like The worse I think things are, the better person I am. That's what I get from a lot of the left, you know. I think things are worse than you do, so that's what makes me good. And like, I just want the reality. I just want the truth. What is the truth of the situation?
How can you possibly convince someone if that someone believes that systemic racism is an innate thing that is embodied within us and we don't even understand it? How can you possibly argue with that? It's like debating an idiot. That's just insane.
Certainly, it's a great thing that we've passed most of the laws that you would need. I mean, discrimination is illegal, has been for a very long time.
There are people who want to move forward without looking at the past. And when you move forward without looking at the past and course correcting, you're in trouble. When you look at this guy's hat, Make America Great Again, what do you think about that? There's a large swath of people in his camp and other people like him who have no clue that that's a dog whistle.
So saying make America great again is a racist dog whistle. TDS is real.
Come on.
No.
When was it great for African Americans in this country?
It's great right now. It's great under Republicans, that's for sure. If you're talking about Democrats, look, the Democratic Party is the reason why racism exists because they are the one who actually implemented racist policies, including slavery and Jim Crow and all that.
When was it great?
Well, if you're applying for college now, I would say now. The people who are running things, you know, I just don't think that's their mindset is let's be racist to people of color.
They don't understand it, but they are innately that way.
Innately, like original sin, like we're toxically white born racist.
Not toxically, but you recognize your experience. And what we don't recognize often is the privilege.
Liberalism is about lifting people up. Woke is just about self-loathing and hating yourself and scolding everybody and virtue signaling. It doesn't actually help anybody. And all you people do is shit on your own country and tell me how horrible it is.
So how can we bridge the chasm that has been created between this divisive world that we live in?
The best way to solve racism is to stop looking at people with the lens of race. NCRT disagree. The reason why we need to teach critical race theory is because we are racist. How we are racist exactly? Can you give an example of that? Or we are innately racist. Okay. By his own standard, he is a racist. But by our standard and the objective standard, we are not racist.